Hi, I'm Lee, your host for the Portable Appliance Testing Trade Association's podcast. Welcome to another PAT testing podcast from PATTA. My name's Lee, and I've got somebody here with me today. Do you want to introduce yourself, your name and business?
My name's Neil Burke, and my business is Smart Pat Testing.
Brilliant. Neil, how long have you been in business? Was it difficult starting up?
I've just had my 10th birthday for Smart Pat Testing.
Wow.
So thank you. Difficult starting up? No, I was looking and I needed to get myself back into work. I'd been off work for a while with health issues, and it sort of opened itself up to me as being an opportunity that I could do. So did a little bit of investigation, spoke to other pat testers to find out a bit more about the job before I did the training, and just went from there, really.
Oh, brilliant. So you say 10 years now.
Yeah.
It's quite some time, isn't it? Do you remember how you got your first customer?
My first customer was actually a bit of a cheat because it was in-house. The other side is we run a holiday lets business as well. So the holiday lets obviously needed pat testing. And that's sort of where it came from, in the fact that I could have paid somebody to come and do my pat testing, or I could have trained and been able to do my own pat testing, and then offer that service out to other customers as well. So my first customer was my own business, so that was a bit of a cheat. But obviously it was the power of Facebook and social media that got me my customers from there on.
What a great way to get started, going into that side of things, and it gets you used to doing that testing. You're practicing on basically yourself before you actually take the plunge and start working.
Yeah, I think our holiday lets got tested about 4 or 5 times before I actually went out and did a real customer.
Practice. That's all good. Do you actually do any subcontract work or work with any other pat testing companies or electrical testing companies, electricians?
Yeah, I found that was a good way of sort of getting myself out there, was contacting and speaking to other pat testers. I was fortunate, one pat testing company local to myself, David Halls, who's a member of PATTA as well, he took me out one day on a job with himself once I'd qualified, so I got a day's experience of actually out working with him. I was fortunate, I picked up a contract through an electrical contractors as well that gave me experience of working on a big contract, and that's led on to other things. And obviously I've worked with yourself, Lee, at PATTA IT. I've been out subcontracting with yourself. So yeah, I've found that that's helpful. It's not so much pressure in terms of always having to find your own work. There is plenty of work out there, and not every pat tester can do all their own work all the time.
No,
so
absolutely. And I think working with electricians has that bonus where you haven't got to push for advertising because they're doing it for you. And working with electricians like that, they'll tend to give you more work because they don't have the means, the equipment, and how cheap they can do it for compared to the equipment we've got, and can do that side of things efficiently.
Yeah, electricians obviously trained to do far more than what we are, and can offer far more, which means the lesser stuff, as in the part that takes up more of their time, they can obviously sub out to people like myself.
And off the back of pat testing, do you offer any other services?
Not frequently. I do offer it when I'm out to customers. Obviously, through yourself, I managed to get the emergency lighting training done. So I am covered to do that, but it's not something I advertise and that I do. But obviously, if I'm out with customers and it's mentioned or whatever else, I do sort of flag up that I can do it, but it's not something that I advertise as a service, if you like.
Quite happy just doing the pat testing side of things. We are seeing pat testers now moving into other areas like emergency lighting, fire extinguishers, because they're offering it as a full service.
Yeah.
Because it is related. People think that, or fireside, it's fire extinguishers, fire alarms, But actually, pat testing is preventing those fires, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But as it stands at the moment, I'm busy enough with actually the PAT side of things without having to go onto the emergency lighting. But however, if the opportunity arose, I would never say no.
Brilliant. And where are you based? Which areas do you cover now?
Well, I'm fortunate. I've got a split base. I'm based in Chesterfield, but I'm also based in Skegness as well. So I pretty much cover anywhere along that corridor, if you like, anywhere on the road from Chesterfield to Skegness and back again. I can cover pretty much most of those areas. Yeah.
So thinking back over those 10 years, Neil, have you got a best or worst experience, or worst fail, good fail, or I don't know how to put this, or good experience for the customer or really bad experience for the customer? What have you got for us?
I guess this is not going to be of a surprise to anybody that's been and tested in a large factory unit, in that I've had some horrendous fails in places like that. I've only ever once found a bolt being used as a fuse, but I have found it. I've found a few holiday lets with semi-melted plugs on heaters that have been plugged in for far too long on full.
Are they the sort of, I suppose, when it gets like winter, they'd crank it up to full and leave it on?
Yeah, the convector heaters that are put on and left for 24 hours and nobody spots the smell of burning plastic in the corner of the room.
Yeah, and that's where the danger happens, isn't it?
Yeah, I've only ever had to use something to prise a plug out a couple of times. But fortunately, the owners have been... It was in a case where the owner hadn't had it pat tested for a long time. I came along, did that. They understood the problems that it had caused and all the rest of it. So luckily there was an electrician following in behind me to replace the sockets as well. So yeah, best experience. I think the best thing for me, and I know it's going to be the cheesy answer, but it has been working with other pat testers. Being a sole trader working on my own, quite often when you're out on jobs, it's long, boring days on your own kind of thing. Actually going out and working with other testers, whether it be other sole traders subbing on a job, or whether it's being part of a team, obviously with yourself and your guys, I just enjoy that. I just enjoy being out. I've always worked as part of a team, so being on my own was difficult, if you like, but obviously working with other people, I found that.
We do it, but it's great to be part of a team.
Yeah,
absolutely, and it's good to have you as well working with us. But brilliant answer, thank you. So, last question, Neil. Have you got any advice for anyone starting out, or any tips in general for us?
It's the one thing I struggled with. I think we all, somewhere along the line, want to help people. We want to do things for other people. But you have to remember you're in business, so you have to remember to know your own value. And it isn't just the test that people are paying for. People are paying for your time, it's your business, it's your income. But there's far more than just plugging an appliance into a tester and sticking a label on. There's all the other things that sit behind that, your training. You're a qualified pat tester, you're a technician that's going out and doing this piece of work. So you need to make sure you're being paid for it and not giving things away.
Yeah.
It's all right giving time away to a friend to help them move a sofa or something, but actually going out and doing this, you're earning it's your income. Nobody else is going to earn you any money, so don't give it away.
Yeah, absolutely, because you've got all those overheads as well that you've got to think about. It's supposed to be in a sole trader.
Yeah.
You've got your insurances, wear and tear on your car, subscriptions to software if you're using that, accountancy fees.
Yeah.
It all adds up. And when you think, what that small amount we're charging a customer, there's not a lot of profit left in it for us, is there?
There's not.
So you're absolutely right. Knowing your worth is very valuable.
Yeah, and I think you have to be prepared to put the time in. And certainly at the start, it's a lot of long days, can be long nights as well, trying to get your paperwork done and trying to keep on top of everything, trying to keep on top of your stuff for your tax returns and all that kind of stuff.
Tax.
And the things that people don't always see for people that are self-employed, everybody's got this romantic idea that working for yourself is dead easy and all the rest of it, but they forget there's no holiday pay, there's no sick pay. You've got to keep putting the time and effort in and the graft. And if you're not advertising, nobody else is advertising your business for you. So you've got to be out there doing it.
Absolutely. Brilliant piece of advice there. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for your time today, Neil. It's been an absolute pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
See you again soon. Cheers.
Bye.